Treaty Principles Bill, does it go back to the House this week?
It will come out of the yes, it's coming back into the House this week sometime.
Is it dead this week?
Well, it'll be depending on the leader of the House as to when it's scheduled, but it's got to come to an end. I think we've had an aeration of the issues. There's been strong views on all sides of that debate. And now we've got to bring it to a close.
Indeed. Does it go back to you in some way, shape or form of your negotiating skills or lack of? Either back it and let it see its, or kill it, one or the other, because what you've given this country is this half-baked shambles, basically.
Well, I mean, we didn't want to do it at all. ACT wanted to go to a full-blown referendum. We found the compromise. Yep, I get it. Compromise is what's necessary in an MMP environment.
Even if it achieves nothing and wastes everyone's time.
Well, I mean, from the ACT point of view, there was an aeration of views on all sides, I guess, and now we're at a place where it's going to come to an end.
But no regrets on your part.
No, I mean, like the reality of an immature MMP environment where you try and bring three parties together that have a lot of policies that are aligned, but also policies that are different and views that are different. You have to compromise and find a way through. That's what the New Zealand people demand us to do with an MMP system that they've given us to work with. And so that does mean you've got compromise from time to time. It does mean that you've actually got, you go through, like we have on Treaty Principles Bill, an aeration of the views. People have strong views on all sides of it, but it is now time to bring it to a close and focus on what
There was a venom and aggressiveness to a lot of the submissions too, from those who submitted that actually knew what they were talking about, as opposed to people merely having an opinion. It very quickly became clear there is a massive amount of disagreement over interpretation. I mean, these were the scholars, the lawyers, the historians, experts. They couldn't agree. Now that to me was the big clue in all of this. If the learned can't agree, surely that means we need something legally speaking to define what we're dealing with. We seem to accept that the Parliament is the ultimate court, but on the treaty, we appear happy to litigate for decade after decade, have a tribunal that's wildly tainted and nothing like a proper court, and each and every time we dabble in this area, you and I are picking up the tab. The other outworking, of course, is the ongoing sort of grief and angst. I mean, this is a very divided country. This is not a harmonious nation at the moment with an agreed legal stance around the treaty, but putting it out to a vote the way ACT wanted was a mistake. It's too important for that. Pick and mix democracy never works. The other thing I learned politically is it should never have seen the light of day if it wasn't going all the way. So this goes to the Luxon negotiation skills. It was either dead before it started or it got the full treatment, one or the other. What we got was a half-baked, deeply divided mess that ended up achieving literally nothing. Even those who argue, and there are plenty who do, oh, it started a debate. I think you're wrong, because if it's floated for another day, and it may well be, we won't carry on where we left off. We'll have to start all over again.